K-Star here, man, with this, that, and the third podcast. Today I'm gonna be talking to y'all, as y'all can see by the title, about the law of compensation. Now, when you hear about the law of compensation, at first it's gonna sound a lot like the law of cause and effect. Everybody knows, what I'm saying? We all have the knowledge that what you do has an effect. Everything you do will create something else that happens in the universe. So with that sentiment, hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay, there we go. So with that sentiment, I'm gonna read off. I have notes right here on what my understanding is of the law of compensation. So I'm gonna read each bullet point and explain to you what the law of compensation is based off that bullet point. So what we have first is that pretty much in general, like I said, what you do affects what you receive slash what you give. Now that's in line with cause and effect, but here's where the difference becomes. This law deals with the energetic response you would receive from the quantum field and how it manifests in the physical realm. So what does all that mean? All that means is that what you do and the type of being you are, the type of energy that you're giving out, and the type of energy that you're honing in and retaining, right? The energy you retain is the type of person you materialize as. So if you're maintaining this energy of somebody of abundance, and you're maintaining this energy of lack, will come physically is physical lack and or physical abundance. So where the difference is between the law of cause and effect and the law of compensation comes into play. With cause and effect, it directly means that if I work out today, my muscles will be stronger tomorrow than they were today, right? That's what the law of cause and effect is, because me working out is, well, those are both physical things, but in the physical sense, the working out will cause the effect of being stronger the next day. The difference between that and the law of compensation, right? The law of compensation states that you working out in the first place is from an energetic standpoint, and it speaks to what you are and who you are spiritually. So what the law of compensation says is that when you vibrate on the frequency of somebody that works out, what you'll see, or you vibrate on the frequency of somebody that the working out is the materialization of something, but vibrating on the frequency of somebody that does what they tell themselves they're going to do, or vibrating on the frequency of somebody that wants a better body, right? Those are the thoughts and those are what's going through your head. When those materialize, they come out as working out. With the law of compensation, it also states that you're going to apply that same sentiment to other areas of your life. So you'll start to see that if a relationship isn't serving you or your body, just like how working out serves your body and makes you stronger the next day, you'll find yourself going away from certain relationships or certain activities that don't serve you, your mind, and your body. Because like it says, what you do affects what you receive, and it affects what you're able to give. So that's really the big difference between the law of compensation and the law of cause and effect. So we have next is that the conscious effort and the true intention behind what you're doing and who you have will be rewarded in some way in this life or another. And that speaks to what I was just talking about, right? You may not get exactly what you're trying to get, and with the law of compensation, it touches on the fact that our physical world is the last that we experience, right? The physical world comes after the spiritual, comes after the mental, and it comes after the emotional. So this physical world we're in our perspective can be manipulated to manipulate our physical world, if that makes sense. So the law of compensation also touches on that. We can find signs of our path when we intentionally look for the signs, and the signs we see will be directly in line with our thoughts. So what that means, that comes with synchronicities in terms of angel numbers, synchronicities in terms of you thinking about somebody and you see them, right? These spiritual guides and these signs that we get from a higher power are not to be taken in and just, okay, cool, I just saw an angel number, cool. That means I'm on a good path. And it does mean that, but it means that you need to take that time to look deeper and appreciate the fact that the spirit is sending you those lessons and those signs, because you may not know what benefits you're experiencing, and you may not know what the benefits you're experiencing right now are from. You may not know that you're on a path to something major. You may not know what that major outcome is that you're on the path for. But seeing those angel numbers lets you know that the energy you've been giving out, you're being compensated for. You're going to receive what you've been giving out. The universe is not going to allow you to be empty, right? Because you're giving out all of this good and you're vibrating on such a frequency that your physical will eventually align with that. What you're giving out, you will receive. If you believe the world is abundant, then the world will reflect abundance. If you are giving out the energy of abundance, right? You can look at it, and when you look at it in practical terms, it makes it easier because we're human. So when you look at it in the sense of when you have a job, right, at work, when you do a lot of good work at the job, right, and you become a good employee, it's not about doing good work, right? It's not just about doing good work. You have to be a good employee. You have to be communicative. You have to be on time. You have to be willing to do work with other people and be talented at whatever your specific job is. Once you become a good employee at work, you get a raise, you get more money, you get a higher position. It's the same exact concept, or loosely, with spirituality and with this law of compensation. When you truly vibrate on that frequency of somebody that is a whatever you would classify as a good person, when you truly are becoming and you truly become the type of person that has these set views in the world, that things go your way, that life is abundant, that people are to serve you in a good way, and that you are connected to everybody, the universe takes the fact that you use your energy to get to that high frequency and use your energy to get to that high point, and it compensates you. That's literally what the law is. The law literally states that what you're giving out will be given right back to you. And this law goes into so many other laws, especially the law of divine oneness, because what you're doing to others is going to be done to you. But that's like one of the biggest pieces of this law, is that the type of person you are, you will be rewarded from that. And like I said in my video when I was back home, don't look at the rewards as having to be physical. So don't look at it as I gave a homeless man $100. Now then I need to get $100 down the line. No, it needs to be, I'm a good person and I'm generous. So my generosity manifested as me giving a homeless person $100. And how it may be returned to you may be you're having a bad day and somebody gives you a hug. That's them being generous. You know what I mean? So you have to, in a way, not search out and be desperate to find the signs, but understand that the signs are there and they are coming to you, and you are being compensated for the work that you're doing. And lastly, like I just said, what you put into the world will be received back in compensation spiritually. It's not going to be a physical compensation. It's not going to be you getting paid for your good work. It's not going to be you receiving back exactly what you just received. Like, it's not going to be you saying good things and hearing those good things bounce right back to you. It's going to be you putting out good energy and you receiving good energy back. And however that manifests in your life is how it manifests in your life. But that's the basis of what that means to get the good energy back from what you give up. So that's a little 8-minute video on the law of compensation. Yeah, this K-Star with this, that, and the third podcast, and we out.